Yes. Welcome back. And this is the time for question answer series. Anyone who has a question at the moment, you can even type. Till then, be prepared for your with your question. Till then, I would tell you about the latest what I've been observing in Dubai at the moment. Here, this is relatively an affluent place. So people, many of them, or rather most of them, have a average and above average lifestyle, or in fact, really comfortable lifestyle. From the surface of it, you feel that, okay, there is no problem as such. Of course, people who have no problem would never come to me. So the very fact they come to me, that says that they perceive some problems. However, when I listen to the problems, because I've also worked with slum dwellers and tribals and who's who, the problems could be different for different people. So it's very interesting how the smallest stories can become a big problem for people. And there could be such major stories and they find no problem at all because they feel it's anyway normal. So what big deal? A woman who's getting beaten up every day by her alcoholic husband may not even find it that it's a big deal because every third hut, their husbands are beating up. In fact, when they don't, they're worried. And in urban sophisticated society, even a threat of giving a slap would be blown out of proportion and there could be police complaints. So this puts me and makes me think what really problems are. And several questions related to problems. Do we really need problems? Do we really cook up problems? You know, some years back, I had, again in Dubai, one lady was there. She said, I'm really tired. Life is full of challenges. And I'm looking at her because I know the family. She said, I have so many responsibilities, such as, this deciding the menu. That's a very tough thing. Secondly, I have 4 sons and we have, 3 of them are married and we have 4 cars. So I have to decide who takes which car and, we have 3 chauffeurs. So I have to decide with which car, which chauffeur goes. And it's so stressful. I can't tell you. I said, really, okay. I also have to decide who travels by business class and who travels regular class and when and what is the budget. I said, oh, really? Okay. So these are the problems. There are some people back in India where there is a problem whether they can even travel from one suburb to another suburb, do they have enough funds for that? So it's really interesting. We often think that having affluence, abundance can solve your problems. The problems can still remain. What I feel is perhaps we need problems. Life could have been very, very boring without problems, isn't it? So if I tell you to just close your eyes and just imagine no problem at all, what would be life like? And if that is the life, probably after a while you'll start wondering what to do. So have you imagined what the life like? Let me read in the comment section. Yeah, haha, okay. So we don't even want problem-free life, and yet we all want to solve our problems all the time. So what kind of games are we playing with ourselves? We cook up problems, we create problems, we perceive problems, we manifest problems, we complicate problems, we add to the problems, and then we try and sort out the problems. And life goes trying to do all those stories. How many of you feel really proud of being able to solve the problems? That is another big problem, because the moment you feel proud that I can solve my problems very well, I'm a great problem solver, what can happen? I knew a friend of mine, of course, he came to me first as a client. I told him, "Well, tell me one good thing about you." He says, "I'm a great crisis manager." That was his first interview. And I said, "That's interesting." He says, "I'm super efficient when it comes to crisis. Nobody can handle the way I handle. And I effectively manage it." I observed him for next 20 years. I still observe, he periodically calls me up. He cooks up crisis pretty often, just to keep proving that he is a fantastic crisis manager. And every time he calls me up, I said, "Oh, again, you got into the game of proving." And then he says, "Oh my God, yeah, I now I." So his frequencies have come down with awareness, but he does occasionally, when he feels redundant, he manifests another crisis. So are we healing because the problems are there, or we have a need to heal or sort out things? That's why we invite problems. It's a question you should ask yourself. I often see people cooking up problems because they enjoy healing them. It's like people who love to clean their house also would have enough people messing it up very often. Otherwise, how would they clean the house? Yeah, so they'll have pets and children who are unruly, and sometimes even husband who will not cooperate and keep messing up. So it's fun to then clean, though it would be accompanied by a lot of complaints. We play such games. I want you to figure out for yourself, what games do you play, especially when it comes to problems, how problems are helping you, serving you, how problems are giving you a so-called high, a feel-good factor, and what if you solve all those problems? What would happen? If you can answer that question very well, probably you'll be able to solve problems in a different way. The best way to solve a problem is not to have problems and have an easy life. Trust, if you want entertainment, watch television, go for drama. Don't create dramas in your life. If you want to sharpen your mind, solve puzzles, play puzzling games, which will keep you alert. If you want to refine your skills, do something proactively, but don't mess up your life for that. And don't involve everyone for that. Most people, at the end of the big struggle and a drama, rediscover a beautiful strength within. But you can figure out that strength right in the beginning without starting a problem or manifesting a problem. Why would you do that? I'm not talking about all the problems, but 80% of the problems that we have, we cook it up. The kind of examples I gave, they become our problems, and you can easily address them proactively by not manifesting. Let me read the comment section. My growth is associated with challenges. Now working on this. Yes, perfect. A lot of us, we associate growth with problem solving. A feeling of severe loneliness and need guidance to deal with that. Sure. Okay, let me just address that. There is one participant who said, "I have a feeling of severe loneliness." A lot of us do feel lonely even when we are completely crowded. Crowded in the sense we are with a lot of people. There are so many people around. You're working in an office. There are people at home. You're in a joint family. And yet you could feel lonely. There are times people are alone and then lonely. And there are some people who are alone and never lonely. You know what is the difference between people who are alone and people who are lonely? They stop giving company to themselves. Lonely people are not their own companion. There are some people who like to be alone and they are their best companion. And yet, even if they are alone, they don't feel lonely at all because they know how to be their best companion. They can spend time by themselves, with themselves for years together. So, why do you stop being your own companion? A commonest reason that I find is somewhere a part of your energies are stuck in the past with people around. There's some people you've kind of not really let them go in life. So, classical example, the break in the relationship, say in the previous relationship or a first relationship, a deep relationship. You are in love with someone or you're attached to someone. That relationship could also be with your friend or parents. However, if it's a male or female or maybe romantic relationship with the same sex, doesn't matter. You've invested a lot of your energies are there, invested in that particular relationship and a person you were in relationship with. For some reason, God forbid, if it doesn't work out, you move on physically with your body, with your mind, but your emotions are perhaps still stuck. And when that happens, you're not 100% available to yourself. And if you're not available, there's going to be a void and a gap. And that gap creates a severe sense of loneliness. To fill that gap, I want you to, first of all, bring all your energies back. You're not attached to a person, you're attached to the experiences you got because of and through that person or in presence of that person. The moment you understand that, you'll be able to bring all your energies back. I had a person who had a recent breakup and she was so badly shattered just now, just before this sometime. And I said, okay, what did that person make you feel? She said, he made me feel happy. I just made her awaken that happiness. And she was partly cheerful there. She said, he brought out the spark in me. I said, let's awaken the spark in you. And we did it with the statements and affirmations. She felt much better though. And she said a few more things that he made me feel. And suddenly she was fine. She was no longer so devastated, so shattered, because she realized she was not attached to that person, but the experiences she experienced through him and from him. And if she could know how to awaken that within herself, why would she feel attached? Why would she feel so devastated and so lost? It's completely possible to open up, to awaken the experiences you're looking for in life. And that gives you a true sense of independence. Any other statement? Any other? I hope I answered. Just give me the feedback on this answer. Yeah. Creating problem to heal them hit me hard. Oh my God. And since I'm in healing thing over years, I'm into fixation thing. Yes. Yeah, that can be a more of a fixation also to keep healing. And if you don't get anybody, start healing yourself. So you start being in problem all the more, and that remains. Okay, now, since there are not many questions, we'll do this exercise. I want you to write all that you would like to awaken within you. Okay, just type what you like. Okay, I'll keep doing recitation and keep guiding me. All that you would like to awaken within you, we will recite those statements. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in a lot of positive energy. And breathe out stresses, worries, anxieties, fears, frustration. Recite with me. Switch over the normal breathing and recite with me. Let's recite together. I independently awaken the respect within. I independently awaken the respect within. I independently awaken the respect within. I independently awaken the love within me. I independently awaken the love within me. I independently awaken the love within me. I independently awaken the joy within me. I independently awaken the joy within me. I independently awaken the joy within me. I independently awaken happiness within me. I independently awaken happiness within me. I independently awaken happiness within me. I independently awaken gracious shape of my body. I independently awaken the gracious shape of my body. I independently awaken the gracious shape of my body. I independently awaken the interest in life. I independently awaken the interest in life. I independently awaken the interest in life. I independently awaken my energy. I independently awaken my energy. I independently awaken my energy. I independently awaken my strength. I independently awaken my strength. I independently awaken my strength. I independently awaken my courage. I independently awaken my courage. I independently awaken my courage. I independently awaken my emotional independence. I independently awaken my emotional independence. I independently awaken my emotional independence. I independently awaken my security. I independently awaken my security. I independently awaken my security. I independently awaken my authenticity. I independently awaken my authenticity. I independently awaken my authenticity. I independently awaken my understanding. I independently awaken my understanding. I independently awaken my understanding. I independently awaken my tolerance. I independently awaken my tolerance and patience. I independently awaken my tolerance and patience. I independently awaken my health. I independently awaken my health. I independently awaken my health. I independently awaken my worthiness. I independently awaken my worthiness. I independently awaken my worthiness. I independently awaken my ability to respond. I independently awaken my ability to respond. I independently awaken my ability to respond. I independently awaken my balance. I independently awaken my balance. I independently awaken my balance. I independently awaken my confidence. I independently awaken my confidence. I independently awaken my confidence. I independently awaken my resilience. I independently awaken my resilience. I independently awaken my resilience. I independently awaken my affluence. I independently awaken my affluence. I independently awaken my affluence. I independently awaken love and laughter. I independently awaken love and laughter. I independently awaken love and laughter. I independently awaken dignity. I independently awaken dignity. I independently awaken dignity. I independently awaken self-reliance. I independently awaken self-reliance. I independently awaken self-reliance. I independently awaken clarity. I independently awaken clarity. I independently awaken myself. I independently awaken myself. I independently awaken myself. I independently awaken the awakened self. I independently awaken the awakened self. I independently awaken the awakened self. That's all for today. Have a great, great weekend and see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.